Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out, y'all.
See what's going on right here, man. You know, Silento, Soldier Boy, a lot of these guys that got dances now.
Right.
I Heart Memphis. These are the originators. Okay? But they did something different. They never pigeonholed themselves.
Right.
Okay? Kid and Play, they planted seeds in every spectrum of the genre. And they got out rapping.
I missed the hair, man.
No, don't do that to me, Play. Come on, man. After all of that, that's all you got? Change is good.
In the morning, Shade 4-5. It's really important what's happening right here, Heather. I can't explain it, man. When you talk about culture, you talk about entertainment, when you look how far the culture has come, how you know, yesterday someone was I was talking to Chael Coker, who was involved in the big project. Can't speak on what it's about.
Yeah.
Legendary journalist in hip hop, and he was asking me about the impact that hip hop has had on a global basis, and when you think about, you know, the fact that now you can see hip hop on the big screen in Hollywood, and it's doing extremely great when you see movies like Straight Outta Compton. When you talk about the fashion industry, guys like Pharrell or Kanye West, who have been able to really excel in the fashion industry. When you talk about the music business and how far at one point hip-hop was put in a box and then it became the most popular form. We have a group here with us today that personified all of these accomplishments that the culture has been able to make.
Absolutely.
And in their trajectory, in their career, they kind of helped with the blueprint that a lot of people are following today. I remember when they first came out, that when I first heard them was She's a Skeezer back in the 80s, late 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And growing up in California, and this is what it sounded like. We're going to let this rock a little bit, and then I'll tell you who's in the building if you don't know already.
Yo, who they talking about?
Come on, man, don't you know? She's a skeezer. Cause every time I rock, always waiting backstage to clock my jock. My girlfriend may score me. My friends try to warn me. Before I know it, she's got her hands on me. And once that's done, there's no escape. She'll peel her clothes off like a grape. Known as a pleaser, she will please. And most times a skeezer. You can squeeze a love ball in the palm of both your hands. And she will do what you demand. Not joking, she's smoking, come right on in. So never ask you how, what, when, or when she's skeezer.
Fresh Force crew is here, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Kid and Play.
What's up?
Yo, after that incredible introduction, I started to ask, who he talking about?
Wow. I know, right? Are we dead? That sounded like a eulogy.
No, Kid. Hold up, man. It's not that. I just think it's so important. And Play, you know, Play has been doing a whole lot of work over the years in the trenches, in the bricks.
Dude, what is up with you with the headphones?
I don't know. Check his volume out.
No. He's cool, Gav.
Kid, you good? Let's get your volume right.
No, because he tried to get all fancy on us here with his old custom-made headphones.
Yeah, those are plugs.
Here we go.
Okay, all right, cool.
And I'm back.
Okay, cool. I like doing that because sometimes people don't know. They can't.
No, and that's what we all appreciate about you because I watch your joints and I'm like, wow, you know, this cat's be not only entertaining but teaching people. So kudos to you.
No, well, that's
our dear friend, longtime friend.
Kid and Play.
Know each other when.
Yeah, and you do this. You've done the same thing over the years. And you know, last time, one of the times we got reacquainted is I didn't realize you were on the college campus at that time.
I think at that time it was probably North Carolina Central University, and then from there it's been FAMU, and prior to that it was Miles College. So HBCUs, you know, rock and roll. You know, I'm an advocate for education all day because I know how it is not to have it. I almost lost my life over that. You know? That's my eulogy.
Yeah, he played like education so much back in the days. He went to 5 high schools
and got kicked out.
I'm like, dude.
Wait, how'd you almost lose your life, though? What you mean by that?
Well, just, you know, in the Bible it says, my people perish for a lack of vision. When you don't know anything or you're not standing for something, you'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
So my heroes back in the days was Fat Cat and Alpo and all the gangsters out there. So I'm a statistic waiting to happen, you know, because I didn't have an education. I thought the streets was where it's at. So
Play used to be a gangster back in the days.
Yeah, you was a stick-up kid,
Yeah, he
right?
was a stick-up kid, man.
Say word.
Yeah, Play was
Word.
it's something I choose not to glorify. It was for all the wrong reasons.
Sawed
Like I
off.
said, my heroes was Fat Cat, Alba, and all the rest.
Sawed off in the sheepskin. He ain't busted, but he'll show it.
and kid,
I ain't playing.
Play was a gangster, and you were like a nerd, right?
Right. Thanks, Sway.
Represent, yo.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally was. I mean, it's kind of like as Play likes to say, it's like exactly the story of the movie Class Act, and I don't know how the universe put us together, but I think we kind of looked at each other that we could kind of help each other out. I mean, you know, it was.
What intrigued me about this guy is when I would talk him into cutting school, and we'd watch things like, you know, what's our show? Your show, the
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
That'd be, Jeopardy.
And I'm just happen to notice
Been around
that
for
he,
40 years.
Yeah,
It's a
just
show.
doom. I don't know if you got to pay royalties on that, but anyway, the thing about Kid is he knew the answers to all the questions. What is so and so? Who is so and so? And I'm like, who is this I'm hanging out with?
Yeah.
But if I can put this with the gangsterism, I can be the perfect street thug, the educated thug.
Really?
Wait, were you like extorting kid back then?
No, he wanted to know how to get girls, so it was a trade-off.
I was like,
you
please,
know?
please. I'm 17 years old and I haven't sniffed any yet. Can I get a little game out here? Not a lot of hot coochie at the Bronx High School of Science. Okay.
Shout out to the
Yeah,
Bronx High School of Science.
they weren't impressed by my A in organic chemistry. So I was like, something got to give, man.
It's up to God again.
Again, the movie Class Act.
Class Act. Kid
Yeah.
and Play are here, man. You know what? I always found you guys fascinating because I could identify with you guys when, you know, at that time we were on the West Coast. That's right. So, you know, so we were on the West Coast, King Tech and I, and we were listening to all of this music, and then things kind of shifted up. There was one song that we started playing on the air too that really, really kind of to me defined y'all direction, and it was this one, Last Night.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
I gotta rock into this. Hold up, man.
Shout out to Herbie Lovebug.
Yeah, I want to talk about Herbie Lovebug too.
Word.
Kid and Play are here. Call us.
Wherever you at.
40 Shade 4. I really had a ball.
That boy can sing.
Last night, man. Kid and Play are here. You couldn't even do that song in this day and age because of all the samples that were in it.
Oh, good point.
Right?
Good, yeah, that was before. That was back in the OK Corral days,
Yeah.
before the hammer came down. But yeah, that was
Before James Brown knew his worth in
Yeah.
hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was Herbie. That's Herbie. You know, particularly as a producer, put that joint together, and you know, we just try to describe a typical night
on the
in
life,
New York
on the
City
life with Kid and Play.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we would literally, you literally taking life in hand, going
Especially
to these
Union
clubs.
Square.
You in Union Square,
Oh,
Latin
man.
Quarter. I mean, you know, these places were.
When Cutmaster DC would throw on Brooklyn's in the house and some other joints, and you knew
Let
it was
the
like,
robbing
let
commence.
the robbing commence.
You know, now, and for us, you know, this is the art of storytelling. You know, so that song kind of gave us an insight. You know, growing up in the Bay, what would it be like hanging out, you know, in New York at that
Right,
time? We didn't know all those places you guys were naming, so it made it very relatable to us. Also, what you're seeing now, like you see a lot of artists who are individuals and have distinct styles, and you see a lot of people who do things with hair and do things with fashion. And you had a fashion line, right?
Yeah, it was called some would call it a boutique, but it was pretty much a tribute and pretty much my homage to Dapper Dan, because at the time he had pretty much closed down because of the whole situation that happened with Tyson and Mitch Green in front of his shop. But he and I worked together.
You got to see Mike Tyson and Mitch Green had a fight in front of
his place.
Dapper Dan was
it was a tailor. He was doing a lot of Gucci and Louis Vuitton, and what ended up happening was
his gear was
Louis
fresh.
Vuitton and Gucci was kind of looking for Dapper Dan, but didn't have the heart to really go into the heart of New York and find him. But when that thing happened with Tyson and Mitch Green, it brought national attention to where Mike was at, which was at Dapper Dan's.
Oh, wow.
So they were able to find him now, and he had to, chill for a minute. But anyway, Foreplay was pretty much a because Dap and I I designed the Salt and Pepper Pusher jackets.
Yes.
And other stuff the kid and I did, stuff for Michael Jordan, yada, yada, yada. And then I went on to do my own.
Yo, he's the first rapper dude that did fashion. He's the first rapper dude.
Right.
Look it up.
Look it up.
There's nobody before Russell, before Jay, before Diddy, before everybody. First dude.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you hear like Kanye has been very open and verbal about the fight he's had to establish himself. Did you have the same type of?
I didn't care. I wasn't trying to come in and nothing against Kanye, but that's not what I was in. My thing was to really appeal to and meet where we were at. So I got some funny stories. I'll never forget with Puff one time. He had called me in and he wanted me to do some outfits for a new group he was breaking. Yeah. And he's like, yo, I'm going to give you the tape. Check it out, play. And, let's come up with some stuff. And when I looked at the tape, I didn't know how to pronounce the name. I thought it was like Joe Decky. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I didn't get a chance to do it then, because he wanted it like right away. And it was the first, I had the tape before their first tape ever came out, and Jodeci.
Yeah.
Yes, he said tape.
Yes,
now,
cassette tape.
Kid, you did something too in the world of fashion, and in a sense that I don't think people give you enough credit for. You made a popular hairstyle,
right?
Even more popular. It went global, and
I'm checking out the fella with the high top fade.
Yeah,
and see now the fade is coming. The fade is coming back now. You realize this, right?
Yeah. Well, it is, and people send me pictures like every day. About young people rocking it. I mean, it's definitely a young person's hairstyle.
Yeah,
and I think it's I feel personally. I feel flattered that young people feel like it's a way that they want to express themselves. I mean, honestly, I didn't set out to do that. I mean, I just didn't want to look like anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of times, it's like a different mentality with some artists of today. It's like they want to do something so that everybody will do it and will copy it. But our whole motivation back in the days was, we don't want y'all to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't look like us. We're the cool kids. Like, we dress like this. We dance like this. Our hair is like this. Don't look like that. But it's weird how the dynamics work. When you kind of put that out there, it's almost like people want to do that even more. They're just like, man, that we were the cool kids. So I mean, I don't think you ever set out saying, I'm going to, we certainly did it. We're going to establish this iconic hairstyle or this iconic dance. But, that's just how it turned out. I mean, and 25 some odd years later, when I see the young people doing it, and I probably get a whole lot more credit for it than I should, but I was out there, talking about freckled, big-eyed, half black, half white dude. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they said I can cuss.
Hey,
y'all beige motherfucker.
I just wanted you to land the plane there. Okay, work it out, man. Work it out.
Beige nigga.
Hey, you know what? We put up some popular.
We back too. Beige niggas back too.
Wesley is free now. We back too now.
Yeah, you and Wesley's boys.
Hey, kid, can you do me a favor? Like,
yes, sir.
It's been a lot of folks who adapted that hairstyle, and I want you to rate it as an expert, 1 through 10, 10 being the best.
I saw it coming.
Okay, how would you rate?
Okay,
Bart Simpson?
They owe me some money for that. I think they owe me some money.
Bart is you.
Yeah,
Bart Simpson is you, bro.
Wow.
Think about it.
Yeah, you could.
Oh
you
my
could say that.
gosh.
Yes.
Yo, we just saw
Did you ever?
Quite frightening.
You ever
Gavin, call the lawyers.
You never pursued that?
No.
Okay. What would you rate as Bart's height?
He gets a. I mean, he gets
10.
Yeah, he get about 8. He get about 8.
All right, who else we
He's
got?
early in the game.
All right, here we go.
Okay, that's the homie. That's the homie, Will.
Who's this guy?
Will Smith.
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
What would you give Will right there? Will had a nice high top though.
Yeah, but his was more like Play's height. So
Okay.
Play, you should rate his.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, MC Search. That's
Search
right.
is more on.
Yeah, Search had a nice one, and Search used to cut a lot of stuff in the back of his head and do stuff like that.
What would you give
You know?
him? 1 to 10.
I did close for him too.
Search get a 7. Search get a 7.
Okay.
Oh, Shump get a 9.
Yo,
Shump get a 9.
the NBA is really bringing back the
Yeah,
style.
Shump get there you go. Shump get a 9 because he's playing basketball with it, So I could give him credit for that.
With a high top fade.
All right, here, good word.
We're gonna say the best for last, man. Oh, that's Sway and Tech right
Oh
there.
no! Bring him to me.
I told you we missed the hair.
Sway went on to make other hair choices. It's nice to know you started with us.
Yeah, man. That's how we just Sway and Tech Kid and Play, man. We was like, yo, we gotta do what these dudes are doing.
That's
man.
what's up.
Because you guys have fun with your music.
Yeah.
Right.
You had to dance when people see I Heart Memphis got the song Hit the Quan and
Right.
you hear all these kind of songs, right? But
just the aspect, not to cut you off, but just the aspect of duos. We don't got that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like duos in our era coming up, Heather, you know this. There were a lot of duos. There was Kid and Play. There was Super Lover Scene, Casanova Rut. There was Sway and Tech. There was, you know what I mean?
Oh, thanks,
it was cool to be a duo.
EPMD.
EPMD.
And I think that's what makes the dance last as long as it has. Because if you think about it, when I was in front of the TV, I'm like, what is it about this dance? You see Chris Brown and Fabulous doing the dance, and you see Meek Mills in his video. Everybody, I'm saying, like, what is it about this kick step? It's the only dance when you think about it. It takes two people to do it.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's just and along those lines, like I said, the aspect of the duo was big then. It was like it was doing something with your homeboy, and I think to this day one of the things that remains kind of everlasting about Kid and Play is about friendship. And people come up to us all the time and say, man, they used to call us Kid and Play in high school, man. We was and it's
Sway
almost
just did it.
and it's almost become a synonym for being tight with somebody. Like, man, they tight like Kid and Play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's real, man.
And that's not something we set out to do as well, but it's I guess it's something that came across through all the work.
I want to talk about this new tour you guys are on. I love the '90s Backspin tour, and then also you guys accomplished a lot. But I know your whole story, man. I want to talk about the ups and the downs of being artists in the '90s and the things that you guys had to endure to get here today. You want to talk to Kid and Play? 888-742-3345. Sway in the morning.
I hear minstrels.
Sway in the morning, Shay 45, Kid and Player here. I love the 90s Backspin tours along with Salt and Pepper, Vanilla Ice, Color Me Bad, All for One, Coolio, Tone Loc, Rob Bass, and Young MC.
It's a 9-hour concert.
It's a 9-hour concert.
Damn.
It's like Live Aid.
And how can people find out? Is it like a site they could go to if they want to know when it's coming to their town?
Yeah. I think it's done through that site Axis.
Okay.
But yeah, they just I Love the 90s.
Yeah, I love the 90s. I love the 90s.
I love the 90s tour. Yeah,
Okay.
there's a gang of dates that's going out. We had one last night in Jersey with Salt and
At
Pepper.
the Wellmont.
Yeah, the Wellmont.
Montclair.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper was on that. Tone was on that. Coolio was on that. Color Me Bad was on that. And then we got a drink.
Dream on, dream away.
All right there, buddy.
I think I'm gonna. Yo, that's my song right there.
Right. Well, yeah. There you go.
sings
Wait,
that
and then we got a
song?
show.
Let
We got a
them
show
sing.
tomorrow night. Show tomorrow night at Westbury.
Would you say that, Heather, I'm going to ask you this because they probably won't say it, they're humble dudes. Kid and Play was responsible for launching Martin Lawrence's career.
Responsible for the first time I ever saw. No, the first time I saw Martin Lawrence was in What's Happening Now. It's like
That's right.
a old. It was like the
and
extra
Shirley.
edition,
Yeah.
right, of What's Happening, and then I saw him in the movies, of course.
Yeah, House Party
with
movies.
House Party.
She knows her
movies, yeah.
history.
She knows her history.
And that's one of the things Martin is always grateful to is her, the lady who played Shirley in that series, because she really helped him out
Shirley
when he was
Hempel.
like kind of almost
Yeah.
homeless.
Yeah.
Really?
Shirley Hempel. She actually helped out a lot of people. She helped out Rosie O'Donnell as well. She used to give Rosie O'Donnell, who became like 15 minutes and 10 minutes before her set. A lot of people don't know that Shirley Hempel helped out Rosie O'Donnell a lot.
I saw Swiss Beats throw Alicia Keys like a house party birthday party.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It was a surprise. It was a
got-
surprise birthday
Yeah.
party.
Yeah, surprise party. Did you guys get invited?
Yeah, we were the
We
were the surprise.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
you're the surprise.
closed.
Okay.
Yeah, we closed.
Well, a lot of people don't know they have a battle going on. They
Yeah.
they try and outdo each other with surprise themed birthday parties. And prior to that, she shocked him with a theme of Coming to America.
Yeah.
But she just did like people who acted out the scenes and did the dance stuff. With him, he outdid her by actually bringing, the people that were in the movie House Party, because I think the Pajama Jammy Jam one is one of their favorite movies and stuff.
Yeah, so we did a Pajama Jammy Jam at their house with us in full force. Tisha Campbell, AJ Johnson. It was a great night. It was about a year ago. About a year ago.
So after House Party 3 came out, right?
Right.
What happened in your lives after House Party 3?
we did Class Act. No, I'm just
did
kidding.
Cla-
No, Class Act was between.
We did cartoons.
Class Act was between
Marvel
2 and
comic
3.
book series.
Class Act was between 2 and 3.
Yeah, it was actually. It was.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, by then we're talking about like the mid 90s. We're talking about like 94, 95. And
I think Kitty wants to get to the heartbreaks, man.
No,
This is
no,
the
I
part
mean,
where we
no, we're
start
gonna get to that.
crying
No,
and we're talking about how failed marriages.
Right. Can we
and-
get some appropriate music
Yeah,
back there,
you
my
know what
friend?
I'm saying? No hand claps on this part, everybody.
Violins,
pull out the
please.
tissues.
Times of our
Right.
life.
Here
This
we
is-
go.
yeah,
this is the Oprah moment where we
Yeah,
break down.
this is
and
when you're
cry.
watching the documentary and the music changes somber,
Before it goes to commercial, and it goes, and then this happened.
and then gangster rap happened.
The demise of Kwame. You know what I'm saying?
So go ahead.
No, we
Kid.
was all
Oh yeah,
shook
wait,
when he
hold on,
said
hold
that.
on. Is that okay?
Run it all
Go
down
ahead,
the line,
kid.
man.
Well,
It was a cold day.
well, you know what? Your story is way more exciting than mine.
You just say mine's more tragic.
You're a little more tragic. I don't wait. You know what? Maybe I should start with mine, and we save yours for the big end, and then the resurgence. No, you know what? I think like personally, between myself and Play, I think we had been together for such a long time that life was just kind of taking us in a couple of different directions, and it wasn't there never was like a FU moment or a stomped out or anything like that, but we could just kind of feel life just taking us in some different directions. And I think we always trusted that the universe brought us together. If the universe is going to bring us back together, that'll happen. But I think we both realized we each had some personal, singular goals that and accomplishments that we wanted to at least attempt to do. So, and then
Go ahead and tell
the
him.
records.
In his comedy thing, he used to say a thing like, everybody talks about us breaking up. I'm going to tell you who broke us up. God broke us up. So for me, I found the Lord,
Okay.
So my thing was, as we ascended to great heights in this business, stuff that even most today would have never have accomplished. Like I said, comic books, commercials, cartoon series, movies. I mean, all I wanted was
Hot
a single.
bitches.
All I wanted was a 12-inch single
Right.
to get in Shanae and Laquanda and any girl's pants. That's all I wanted a single for. I had no idea we were going to accomplish all this other stuff. But as I acquired it, the more I was getting, the more unhappy or unfulfilled I was getting. And I had a praying grandmother and a born-again, a preacher father. So I'm here, I'm seeing what they're going through where life ain't so great for them, but they keep talking about this MCJC, Jesus Christ, y'all. And, I just got drawn, and as I got introduced and had more of an intimate relationship with him, I started losing my taste for Kid and Play and the business or any of that stuff. So that was my journey,
Right.
And then you met Satan.
And we smoked out together. No, yeah, I decided that I thought it was time for me to just to try some new stuff. I left New York and went west, and just tried to do as many different things as I could. Doing singular acting things, getting into the stand-up game, getting into the voiceover game. And look, my situation. Was a little bit different, but I wasn't having fun anymore either.
Yeah.
And I think clearly the music landscape had changed. We weren't cool anymore. Like we were corny. Literally. You know what I'm saying? And so we had to accept that. We had to accept that we weren't nearly as hot as we used to be. But I wasn't really scared about what the future held professionally.
Did you? Because it was rumored that you turned to substance abuse. Is that true, or is that
no? Well, I mean, if you consider
I started those
if you
rumors.
consider alcohol,
wasn't
he started that rumor, right? Yeah, exactly.
Kids on that stuff, right?
Yeah, oh, no. Yeah, I actually, that's one of the few boats I missed.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I will say this. I've been known to live to excess from time to time.
Okay.
And that can get in the way. And once again, I think I've taken a page out of Play's book. I wasn't the happiest camper either. But I think going to L.A. was the best thing for me, kind of clear the decks. Two of my kids were out that way. And, just a bunch of new experiences, new friends.
Yeah.
But what's also interesting, I mean, I know we're editing and hop, skipping, and jumping, and by no way by my humor am I trying to say, one of us is better than the other, or I'm better than him. Kid has always been like, when I think about Kid and Play, I couldn't think of any other person I would have wanted to or could see even achieving the stuff we've achieved. This is my dude. And when people used to think we broke up, we never, like Kid said, we never got into an FU moment or slamming doors. We didn't break up, we grew up. And as we got exposed to things, he loved L.A., so that was, putting 3,000 miles apart, no longer living literally around the corner from each other. I think we both, I know I can say this for myself, before really finding out if it was God, I thought automatically, okay, it's time for me to settle down. Must mean I need to get married. And both of us ended up getting married and finding out that wasn't going to do it. So it's like things you just kind of go through in life that were very similar, but in two different area codes.
Yeah.
So when we came together as we are now, we bring those experiences. Like, this guy's an incredible comedian, man.
Yeah,
I mean, this is one of the
funny.
few people I can count on
He
one
wasn't
hand
at first, but
that
he
cracks
got
me up.
funny.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You're right. But you know what? As in anything, I think you have to think, in order for you to do stuff, particularly new stuff, you have to think you're better than you actually are to even try. But I was fortunate that good friends of mine like Tommy Davidson and Bill Maher thought that I could do it and suggested that I do it. I was doing different things like hosting TV shows. I hosted this television show called Your Big Break for a while, put a suit on. Then I got fired from that. I got replaced by Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yeah, I remember
that was a pretty depressing day. I got
When you have no words, you just do it sound like this.
Yeah, I got replaced by the one black dude whiter than me. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty depressing. But when that door closed, that's when the stand-up comedy the door opened, and Bill brought me actually onto the Oprah Winfrey Show, a show that they had called Funny People and Who They Think Are Funny.
Yeah.
So you had D.L. Hughley brought on some more. You had Jon Stewart brought on Louis Black. And then Bill Maher brought me on, and so that was, that gave me a lot of confidence to try that, and I can happily say that it was it's one of the better decisions that I made. It's something that I still do to this day. And what I've weirdly found out was, when I got on stage as a comedian, it felt very, very familiar. Yeah. And that's why I realized my experience as a rapper really helped me be a comedian. I didn't have to I knew my way around the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Half the thing about being a comedian is being comfortable on stage in front of people that you don't know. I mean, we played in front of 30, 40,000 people. So that part was cool. I just had to learn how to be funny. Yeah. I mean, and be funny in a way that was consistent and just prove that I wasn't just doing it to be doing it. I wanted to do it to get the respect of my peers, of the Rocks and the Chappelles and the Mars and the Davidsons. So I'd like to think that I've done that.
Did you produce the theme song for Bill
Yes.
Maher's show? The
Yeah. Yeah,
He did the theme for Bill Maher's show that's current and very relevant now, and also he did the theme for Martin's show. Martin. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we all, we have a thing like that when we came out of the Idol Makers camp, it's us, Salt and Pepper, Kwame, Dana, the list goes on. But even where Martin is concerned, he did the theme for Martin's show, but on Martin's first 8 episodes of Def Jam Comedy, I did those clothes, all those clothes that he wore.
Wow, you did that?
Yeah, I did all of those, yeah.
That's interesting. Let's remember this right here. Okay. Yeah, that's Kid.
Yeah.
All right, so listen.
That's actually me impersonating Kid Capri saying Martin.
I always thought it was Kid Capri.
No. Actually, it was because and I love Capri, but I was just like, look, we're not going to pay that guy. Like I said, I can do him. I was like, put me in the booth, Martin.
I always thought it was Kid Capri. Would have those conversations.
We
have an actual lot of great 6 degrees of separation. Like the first tour Kid Capri, he'll tell you that Kid Capri ever did was with Kid and Play.
Wow.
First tour he ever did.
We brought him out there. We did a
Bronx.
double DJ thing with DJ Wiz and
First
Capri.
time going on the road, Martin Lawrence with us. We would have him bring us out on the stage. First tour, him being on a tour bus, the whole 9. So
it was fun. We were all friends, so everything felt kind of natural.
Then how crazy is it that the episode that you were in with Martin, y'all did a Jodeci song, and that was the first thing that you got from Puffy that you thought
but it's so interesting because it's not even just Kid and Play. There's so many 6 degrees of separation. How crazy is it?
Like that,
because you know all this, like you obsessed with them. Like
I love.
But how crazy is it that Jermaine Dupri used to be a little backup dancer behind Houdini, and then you fast forward, he ends up producing their last album.
Yeah. I mean, the thing, and that, I mean, we just kind of did a bunch of different things that we felt were comfortable with. When Martin came to see me in L.A. and brought the pilot of Martin, I was like, yo, this is dope. He's getting ready to have his show on Fox. And he says, yo, man, be on the show with me. I was like, all right, what are we going to do? So we were sitting around the hotel room, and we literally came up with it. Bentley Kyle Evans, who ended up being a big-time writer and producer, was there. He had never written a script before. He was just hanging out in the room. So we gigged on his feet. We were like, well, hold up. We figured it out. So, all right, let's have, I'll be myself, Kid, and have Kid do something with Shanae, because Shanae character popped on the pilot. Yeah. So we literally, all right, let's go out on a date. All right, well, they go on a date then. So literally, Martin and I are dancing in the room, and Forever My Lady was out at that time, so it was a natural thing, being a lyricist. I'm saying Forever My Lady, Forever Shanae, and then next thing, and Bentley sitting in the corner taking notes. Never wrote a script before. Week later, I see the script comes to my house, says Forever Shanae. Wow. And then we end up doing the joint, and thankfully it became a popular episode, and we had fun doing this.
I love you, kid.
Okay, we got Kid in play here, and we're gonna go into our Friday cipher. But before we do, something has to be said about Herbie Lovebug.
Absolutely.
Azor. To me, I think he's one of the most
underrated,
under-acknowledged producers in hip hop. He's Salt and Pepper, Dana Dan, Kwame, yourselves. I mean, the list goes on. What can you tell folks about Herbie Lovebug?
He's Haitian.
Yeah.
I can tell you an interesting story I just learned a few months ago. A good super producer friend of ours by the name of Ron Lawrence. He used to be Amin Ra, they used to be part of Diddy's Hitman and all of that. He just had schooled me. He said, do you know the first studio that Diddy ever went to? Every session he ever went was a Kid and Play session where we used to record at Baysound Studios.
Wow. Bayside.
Yeah, Bayside Studios. And I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I brought him. Because they used to go to school together at Howard University. And that's when, kind of like the bug kicked into overdrive in regards to just him being exposed to this thing. So I'm saying all that to say, you're right. Herbie doesn't get the credit he gets when you look at super producers now, Swiss Beats, Timbaland, or whatever. But Herbie, incredible.
Well,
man.
and one of the first producers to significant producers to set up a camp, a roster of artists. I mean, everybody does that now. And it just goes down the line. But you had the Juice Crew back in the days, and you had Herbie, and I think cats like Diddy saw that template. And and have kind of obviously taken it to another level. But yeah, he was and guess what? He taught me specifically a great deal about writing and producing music. I had my opinions, and I would come in there and say, this is how the lyrics should go, and da-da-da. And he would just say, no, you take this out, do this, cut, paste, this and that. I want to use this beat now, but we're going to do this. And he taught me so much about it so that I can do it to this day. And a lot of the lessons that he taught me always kind of stay in my head. He taught us a lot.
And after he got through with his sessions with Kid, then me and him, Herbie and I would go looking for girls.
There it is. Kid and Play, ladies and gentlemen. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4
It's just that complicated.
We got the Friday Cypher coming up. Y'all gonna hang out for the Cypher?
I heard y'all get busy up here.
Okay,
I might got a hot 16 or two. I might.
I've got nothing.
You got hot biscuits.
And proud of it.
It's Sway in the Morning, only on Shade 45.